Hi guys, welcome back. But for those of you who are new and never been to my channel before and clicked on this thumbnail, thanks so much for stopping by. A couple of weeks ago, I posted a video about how myself as a foreigner managed to get a job in the UK so very quickly. And after I posted that video, I got a couple of questions from some of you guys asking, what if you never had any work experience in the UK before? Or what if you just graduated from the university? Then what are the solutions? So that made me think about doing this video of passing on this kind of knowledge to you. So I've been living in the UK for about 3 years now, and I am now working as an accountant. However, it hasn't always been like that. When I was living in Thailand, I was working as a marketing/sales for a software house in Thailand. And with that job, I got to travel quite a fair bit and I absolutely enjoyed it. However, moving to the UK, I had to give that career up because due to the difference in terms of job qualification and skill sets. And of course, in this video, although I'm giving you some of the tips or some thoughts that I may have on this process, I am in no way by saying that, my job is the best or my job is perfect or that, what I did was the best way to go about things. The purpose of this video is to help some of you guys who just moved to the country and struggle to find your very first job in the country, or you just graduate from university with no work experience and wanting to find a job in the UK and have a difficult time finding one. When you move to a new country without securing a job before you move, chances are that you are going to have to make adjustments or change to your career because due to different of skill sets required in the local country or education or the kind of experience that they required over here. And getting that very first job is the most difficult step. And once you've got that, everything just follows. And I know this because this is exactly what happened to me 3 years ago. Myself, for example, when I was working in Thailand, I managed to secure a job in tech due to my ability to converse in English. However, moving to the UK, that skills is no longer relevant and I had to find another avenue to make a living. So my first advice to you is have a good look at your current experience and your skill sets, transferable skills. However, if you haven't had any job before and you're looking to apply for your first job in the UK and you just graduated from university, have a good look at the courses that you've taken, the volunteer work that you may have done, or any internship that you may have done, and see whether these skills or education background, what roles can these be applied to. Now, let me give you some example. For me, for example, when I was working for a tech firm, my title was marketing executive. However, my actual tasks were project coordinating, maintaining relationship with clients, and giving product training for the clients. So once I defined all these roles, I made 3 separate versions of CVs to target all these different roles. Why do this, you may ask? As I said, landing your very first job in a new country is the most difficult step, and doing this will give you more chance in landing a job rather than just focusing on one specific role. It is important to mention, however, that when you generate all these CVs, make sure that they still reflect your actual work experience and education rather than just lying on these CVs. Because if you do that, then you're going to get caught out anyway at the interview process or when you actually start the job. So it's important to be honest. Another thing I want to mention is that this tip works very well if you need to have a job ASAP after you move to a new country. If you have time, for example, if you have a couple of months to look, you're financially okay to support yourself while looking for the new job, then you don't really have to do this because you're not in a rush, so you can just target one specific role that you want. So now that you have your 3 separate CVs for 3 different roles and you're ready to apply for a job, I'm not going to mention this again because I already mentioned the steps in the previous video. So if you need to know this, go check that out and I'll leave the link in the description below. Now, suppose that you've gone through all this process and you've landed your very first job in the new country in the UK. I can promise you the hardest bit has been conquered and everything will get easier from here. Once you've done that, you kind of have two options really, and it would just depends on your personal goals, depends on your objectives, and that's different for everyone. The first option is you are happy with the job that you landed. Now, this wasn't me, but if this is the case for you, then that's great. You know, like if you got a job that you're happy with, stay. You know, why change if you're happy? Now, if suppose that the first job you land in the UK doesn't turn out to be exactly what you wanted and you're not happy with it, it is okay. What I want you to do is just take time and evaluate what you want to be doing next in terms of next career step. Take some time to think about what you need to do to get there, how much it will cost, and how long it will take for you to get there. And this is exactly what I did, because I wasn't really happy with my first job that I landed in the UK, and I had to think about what I could do to make myself marketable in this job market in the UK. I figured because I had a degree in finance, it would make sense for me to pursue a career in accounting, and I had to go back and do a course in accounting to obtain the qualification that is recognized over here. I knew it was going to be a lengthy process. It was going to take me a couple of years to finish or graduate, but you know, you can't change the past, but you can redefine your future. Now, before I go, I just want to say I understand how difficult it is. You know, moving to a new country is difficult enough, let alone having to deal with trying to get a job, trying to make a living. At one stage in my life, I tried to get a job in the US. I spent months and months of sending out hundreds of applications. I was young, naive, didn't have a clue, and I got absolutely zero response. These tips that I'm telling you today kind of allowed me to be where I'm at now. And you know, it's a cliche, but if I can do it, you can do it too. Now, thanks so much for watching, guys. Please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I do have loads of informative videos like this lined up to be uploaded, so click on that notification bell as well so that you won't miss them in the future. Now, please stay safe and I will see you next time. Khop khun ka.